A federal judge ruled Friday a Maryland man mistakenly deported to his native El Salvador and sent to prison there last month must be returned to the U.S. by April 7th. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials say Kilmar Abrego Garcia was deported as a result of a, quote, administrative error. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has said Abrego Garcia was allegedly affiliated with the gang known as MS-13, which he denies. In 2019, an immigration judge granted the 29-year-old a protection order that should have stopped him from being sent back to El Salvador. He has a legal work permit issued by the Department of Homeland Security and is married to a U.S. citizen. Joining us now is CBS News Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane. Scott, why did the judge ultimately order his return and any other response from the government?
The judge really seemed displeased or dissatisfied, Lindsay, with the answers she was getting from the Department of Justice attorney. She was asking some pretty declarative, point-blank questions like, why can't you bring this deportee back to the United States? Why was this mistake made? And the Department of Justice attorney there in open court acknowledged didn't have good answers for the judge, didn't get that information from his client, the U.S. government, to satisfy the judge's questions. So the judge says Mr. Garcia is to come back to the United States from El Salvador by 11:59 p.m. April 7th, the end of the night on Monday. This was a mistake that has been acknowledged, this deportation to a country where there was a previous order not to send Mr. Garcia due to previous ties, a mistake the government does indeed acknowledge.
The government is appealing the judge's decision, though, right, Scott?
Immediately so, Lindsay. They filed that appeal to bring this up to the next level of court, which has been some of the practice on some of these dozens of lawsuits filed because of Trump administration executive orders or decisions, including the deportation. They're also appealing any number of other suits filed in the federal courthouse in Maryland and filed here in Washington, D.C.
There's also an update in the case of Rumeysa Öztürk, the Tufts University, a grad student from Turkey, who was detained in Boston, being held in an ICE facility in Louisiana. What's the latest there?
Yeah, this is the 30-year-old immigrant visa holder from Turkey who's a doctoral student at Tufts University. The judge is agreeing to move that case from Louisiana to Vermont. Ms. Öztürk was first moved from Massachusetts upon her arrest to Vermont, then New Hampshire, then to an immigration facility in Louisiana. It's been moved back to the Northeast. But there's a similar pattern here, Lindsay. This feels like it's bigger than just Ms. Öztürk's case. Whatever becomes of this arrest you're seeing on your screen could set a model for the arrest of future immigrant visa holder students in America as the Trump administration's Department of Justice and Homeland Security continue with their efforts, they argue, to protect America from threats.
New Civil Liberties Alliance, a conservative legal advocacy group, has filed the first known legal challenge to the president's tariffs on behalf of a company out of Florida. They sell planners, journals. What more can you tell us?
Well, that's an icebreaker, isn't it? It feels like it would be the first of many challenges to these tariffs. We see legislation being proposed to challenge the tariffs. You can expect lawsuits as well, whether they be traditional conservative-aligned groups or progressive-aligned groups. We'll see how fast the federal court can move on this, but there's not a lot of question right now about the president's ability to enact or exact these tariffs unless Congress counterpunches and restates and retakes its authority on the matter. This is a first suit, though, Lindsay. I'd expect to see others in federal courts across America as we continue to see a blossoming of federal courts and federal lawsuits involved with the Trump administration's decisions.
Scott, real quick, CBS News has learned the Trump-appointed top prosecutor in Washington has launched internal investigations into prosecutions linked to the January 6th insurrection. What's being investigated? 2
investigations launched today by the U.S. Attorney in D.C., according to emails obtained by CBS News. One is into leaks of information about the prosecution to Congress or media. The emails don't specify what leaks happened in the January 6 cases, but also into the use of an obstruction charge as a felony charge against hundreds of defendants, the one charge from January 6 that was later overturned by the Supreme Court.
Scott MacFarlane, thank you.